This is a 2023 Ford Bronco, but this isn't any ordinary Ford Bronco next to me today. This one has been upfitted with the King of the Hammers Upfit package on it, and it cost around $140,000. And today, I'm going to be showing you everything that the King of the Hammers package changes on this car to make it worth that price. I'm Aiden, and you're watching Gaudin X. Now let's talk about the suspension on the King of the Hammers Ford Bronco. First, of course, it has these upgraded 37-inch mud terrain tires with these 18-inch black rims in the center. This one has a 4-inch suspension with BDS control arms and Fox 2.5 performance shocks. So they've done quite a bit to change the suspension of this and make it a lot better off-road. Let's talk about some of the other stuff. Now on the side of the King of the Hammers Ford Bronco, the first thing you'll notice is they have these carbon fiber fender flares on the side. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't necessarily think that's a great idea. Carbon fiber is super expensive, and if scratched, can be super expensive to replace. And of course, you're going off-road, you're going to scratch some things up. So I think this is a great place for you to spend some money with replacing these carbon fiber fenders, which, whatever, if you're spending 140 grand, you have enough money for new carbon fiber fenders anyways. You also have the KOH decal package on the side, which adds this like matte black wrap back here, and the logo for it on the side. New side steps right here, of course, and of course it has a overall taller stature than a normal Ford Bronco would. Let's check out some of the other accessories up front. Now on the front of the King of Hammers, let's see here, you have a 10,000-pound winch that's been installed up front. That way you can get out of any situation that you have to when you do take this off-road. You have these rock lights up here as well, and a 3/16 of an inch thick full body underplate to protect any of the undercomponents from being hit by large boulders, which is really nice. And up on the hood, of course, you have more of those decals that say KOH with the King of Hammers logo on them as well. But yeah, it's pretty cool looking up front. Now in the back of the Ford Bronco King of Hammers, not too much back here. Right here we do have the roof panel storage, just in case you want to take off all the hardtop roofs, which they have this storage bag right here. That way you can store them in the back and you don't have to leave them at your house. And on top of that, you also have this bag right here, which stores all 4 of the doors. So unlike Jeeps where you have to take your doors off and you have to leave them at home in your garage, you can store your doors here, take them on the road with you, and they won't be damaged because they're protected by this bag, which is really nice of something Ford to do. Of course, you also have this steel rear bumper right here. That way you're not breaking off any of the plastics or anything like that. That would be on some other cars out there. And these tow hooks back here as well, just in case you get stuck. Now inside the King of the Hammers Ford Bronco, of course, let's go over some of the stylistic changes in here. You have these yellow accents on the trim pieces instead of what you would typically get in a Bronco. And you have a different placard down here next to your shift lever that has the chassis number for this specific King of the Hammers. And it's important to note, this one is the 12th one, but there are only 200 of these that are going to be made in the entire world. So make sure you get your money together and buy one of these, because maybe they'll go up in value and you'll make a bunch of money. You also get different upholstered seats in here with this cool pattern in the backrest and this carbon fiber look as well, with the deviated stitching that is white, and the King of the Hammers logo with the crown on the backrest as well. And on the side bolsters, it says King of the Hammers. Now, on top of all of that, you have the auxiliary switches up here that control the added equipment on the outside of this vehicle, including your rock lights and your side lights. But there's also one here for an air compressor, and that's because this one has an air compressor just in case you need to inflate your tires after deflating them, in case you go rock crawling, and you will get an air compressor bag along with the car when you get it that you can plug in and you can fill the air up. On top of that, you also get a toolkit that comes with the King of the Hammers Bronco that you can use to mess with all the equipment that's been added to this car, just in case if you don't like something, you can take it off. If something breaks, you can replace it using that toolkit. It's really cool, and it also helps with doing a bunch of stuff that involves off-roading as well. Now, I'm not a super off-road focused person. I love performance cars way more than I love off-road vehicles. Something about this just being way too complicated of a habit for me to get into. But overall, $140,000 is very expensive. But if you think that this is all necessary for you, and you have the funds, of course, to buy this Bronco, and it does look cool, don't get me wrong, with all its carbon fiber on the exterior and all of its accessories like this winch up front and a larger bull bar, it's cool. I wouldn't pay 140 grand, but I know some of you out there would. Let me know what you think about this car in the comments, and if you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button down below. Thanks for watching.